This month we'll be focusing our professional development on writing. We thought it would be important to start our discussion about writing by looking closely at the AIR test rubric. This rubric will be our guide when assessing what students are able to effectively communicate through their writing. The process we are using today is an introduction to the AIR rubric. The AIR rubric can be used to build students' writing skills as they deepen their understanding of the writing process.
From your Schoology course, click on the link to go to the student practice site. So go to the online portal for AIR tests and families. Click on student practice site. Check guest and then sign in. Select grade 7 and then click yes. Click start G7 English Language Arts sample items. Click select. Click yes. Click on the green speaker.
This text is being read aloud.
And then yes, I heard the text. Click begin test now. When the test opens, use the arrow in the top left and move through the first 6 items. Stop when you see the essay question.
Now you're going to click through the test until you get to the reading passages for the writing test. We just showed you what this looks like going through the AIR website. Here are some instructions for you for this activity. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to read the passages on your own. There are a couple of them listed inside the AIR testing site. Then you're going to take the Schoology quiz to answer the following question. What is the prompt asking the students to do? From there, you're going to read the rubric with a highlighter or a pen in hand. Highlight or underline the differences between the 4 and the 3 in the area of purpose, focus, and organization, and then in the area of evidence and elaboration. Finally, you're going to repeat the process to identify the differences between the 3 and the 2. In the Schoology assignment, upload a picture of your highlighted and underlined rubric.
Next, read the highest scoring sample. Highlight or underline the places where the high sample meets the expectations of the 4 in the area of purpose, focus, and organization. Next, in the area of evidence and elaboration. In Schoology, discuss your findings.
Now you will read the middle and the low samples. Based on the rubric, discuss why you think those samples received the score they were given. What are the similarities and the differences between these samples and the high one? Post your response in the Schoology discussion.
For our skill focus section, in the Google form, you're going to be answering 2 questions. Question 1, looking at the rubric, make a list of at least 3 skills students need to have achieved 4s on the rubric. And number 2, list 3 to 5 vocabulary words found on the rubric that your students would find difficult. Post your list to Schoology.
When you're doing this with your students, have students make a list of everything that they would need to include in their essay to achieve a 4. You might consider using brightly colored paper or a note card for them to do this. Then assign them one of the practice prompts and encourage them to have the list next to them as they write.
Here are some suggested steps after students practice using the rubric. You could choose a student exemplar and ask the student if you can use his or her essay as a model. Repeat the process above with the student sample. You could have the students do a think aloud with the class to explain how he or she approached the task. You could give students the opportunity to revise their essays based on their examination of the student exemplar and think aloud. How How could you use this process with your student is something we could start thinking about.
These are just some suggestions on how this activity with our AIR rubric aligns to some of the practices that Marzano outlines. You can take a look at these on your own time.